So for most people, what happens is because very few people give us this information, is we experience some feeling and then we just take it as like that's just the law. It's like, oh, the feeling, oh, this just means this thing. Oh, it's terrible, this feeling. It's you know, I'll just have to wait it out. Only when this feeling goes away will my life be able to resume. Or this feeling means fill in the blank. This feeling means that I have to feel bad. This feeling means that I have to be unproductive. This feeling means I'm a bad person. This feeling means that my day is a bad day. This feeling means whatever you think it means. And therefore it means that for you. And you act in accordance with that. So it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. But what hardly anybody has ever told us is that those feelings don't mean anything. They're just content that's organized within you. And you could actually start to explore it. So just question, how do you know that that feeling means anything? Again, this is absolutely life-changing. Just this one insight. I mean, this one insight was changed everything for me. Just this one insight about feeling changed everything for me. Like I don't know, 12 years ago. 12 years ago. Up until that point, I was completely controlled by my own feelings because I didn't realize that I had the power. I thought they had the power. So certain triggers associated with certain feelings would reliably produce those feelings. And I was trying to organize my outer life so that I wouldn't encounter those triggers, which did not work very well. Actually, just produced more of the triggers, some more of the feelings more often. And so that was a total disaster. And then finally, because I reached a point where it was like, okay, this is not going to work. There's no way this is going to work. This is absolutely unmanageable. And it was literally pushing me to the point of it was, and this sounds dramatic, but it's honestly the truth. It was pushed me to the brink of death. And it took that until I realized, okay, this is not going to work. I have to actually start to find out what is going on here, and I have to make a change. That was when, blessedly, this dawned on me, and I realized, oh, so actually, this feeling doesn't mean anything. I just thought it meant something, and I was allowing that to control me. Let me actually start to look and see what is this actually? Oh, it's a feeling, sensations occurring somewhere. There's a location for it. It has qualities. What are those qualities? See, what happens is that bundle of a location with certain qualities, in our minds, we just associate that with a meaning. We think, oh, that means something. This means anxiety. And anxiety means that I have to, retreat from the world. You see what I'm pointing out here? That it's just a bundle of stuff. It's a bundle of information, sensation with a location with qualities. It doesn't mean anything. But by association, in my brain, I used to think, oh, that feeling with those qualities in that location means anxiety, and anxiety means that I can't function. Therefore, whenever that feeling occurs in that location with those qualities, I just say, I can't function. Anxiety's here again. But what's possible is to actually question that and start to notice, what is this? If I don't call it anxiety, if I don't assume it means what I think it means, what is it actually? So notice when you imagine or put yourself back into this situation, this suboptimal experience that you had, can you notice that there are feelings? I mean, for it would be rare that there would not be feelings. Okay. And you might not feel them as intensely now as you did, but just act as if, and you'll be able to sense them. Even if it's just vaguely, even if it's just a phantom, you can actually start to notice. So just notice, are there feelings? Where do those feelings exist? They have a location. So notice what the location is. And it's possible that they could have multiple locations. So don't get hung up on thinking that it has to have just one location. Like there could be a feeling that I'll put in air quotes that has, it exists in the head and in the gut at the same time. Okay, so that's possible. But just notice, what is the location or locations? It could also exist outside of the body. The perception could be that it's outside of the body. That's possible. So just keep an open mind. And then notice, what is the size of it? What's the shape of it? And here, just you just have to play along. If you're thinking, oh, this is stupid. I'm just making this up. It doesn't this isn't real, then it's you're not gonna get good results. But just play along. Just be playful. Just imagine as if it's true, and then just see what comes up. I promise you, this will be life changing. So, what's the location? What's the size? What's the shape? What are the other qualities? Is it hot? Is it cold? Is it dense? Is it uh whatever rarefied, whatever the opposite of dense would be? Is it open? Is it closed? Is it moving fast? Is it moving slowly? Is it vibrating? Is it spinning? Just start to notice. And you don't have to have answers on all of these things, but just pay attention. Now, the amazing thing is just having that knowledge, just seeing that, just knowing that, that alone might actually start to make a change. Many of you might actually start to notice a change just with that. Just you didn't do anything else other than just become aware of it. That's the power, is when you actually start to notice what is actually happening instead of just getting all caught up in your head at the level of analysis and labels and story. You actually reclaim your power, and then you're free to play. Okay, then you have a lot more options. So I'm not going to give you the one right answer, because I don't think there is a one right answer other than just having the awareness and noticing what's actually going on, noticing how you organize your actual experience. But then you have the ability to start to experiment and explore and play with it. So if you don't like it, guess what? Maybe there's a better way for you. Like I found that uh, I I tended to produce a lot of contracted sensations inside my body, and I did not like that, and that was really problematic. And then I realized, well, gee, maybe if I allowed them to soften, that might be better. And lo and behold, it was. Now, that exploration reveals other things, because it wasn't like I was just creating those contracted sensations just for shits and giggles. I was doing that for a reason, because I felt like the belief was I'm not safe. I need to protect myself. So starting to explore softening those revealed that, oh, there's an uneasiness here. There's a vulnerability. So that also has to be explored and softened and opened up, and should be done gently, not with aggression, because aggression, just for your information, does not tend to work very well. So I really don't recommend an aggressive approach. Most of these most of this conditioning we developed because of aggression. It was a response to aggression. So learning how to be non-aggressive tends to be very helpful. So this is not like a, do it and do it once, set it and done kind of thing. It's not like that. It's a process that you have to engage in. It's about self-knowledge. So if you're looking to just do something once and then have everything fixed, whatever that means, this is not for you. I guess I should have given you that information up front. Sorry, I forgot to tell you that up front. But I guess really it's best that I didn't give you that up front, because then some of you would have missed out on this valuable information. Because the truth is, as far as I know, this is the only way. The other stuff doesn't work, because the other stuff is just dancing around it. But fundamentally, nothing changes, because you don't gain the actual self-knowledge. If all you do is just if you just view this as entertainment, then it won't do anything for you. If you take this to heart sincerely and you start to apply it in your life, then I guarantee this will change your life. There's no way it can't, because it's about knowing yourself. I mean, that's why I can say with perfect confidence that this can change your life, because it just has to. There's no other way around it. because when you understand what's actually going on, by definition, that changes things. And that's what's being pointed to here, is so that you can actually start to understand what's going on. So my hope for you is that this exploration has revealed to you in your direct experience exactly what the problem has been all along, and exactly what the remedy for that is. This is the fundamental knowledge. With this, you can change your life in ways that are will blow your mind. I mean, things that you just had no idea were possible.